UFC 260 coming up this Saturday, and we're trying to give you the best bets on the cards. What's going to make you the most money? Where are the odds wrong, right? Not necessarily an underdog, a favorite. It's where are the odds a little bit off where you might be able to exploit them and make a little extra cash. So, Mr. Matthew Wells, let's start with you. What is your best bet for UFC 260?
My best bet, I actually have two that I like a lot, but I will give you guys the first one. And I think one that a lot of people are looking at, and that's the main event. Stipe Miocic, the most decorated heavyweight champion in the UFC's history, is an underdog yet again, a perennial underdog when it comes to the betting window. For some reason, Vegas just does not like Stipe and always wants to count him out. He's sitting at currently plus 100, around that, floating around that range right now. So it's not a huge underdog. It's close to even money, but it's still an underdog nevertheless. So anytime you have a champion who's got 3 consecutive wins, who's shown that he can beat everybody in the heavyweight division, anytime that guy comes in as an underdog, you need to take him. Hashtag this is not, just not financial advice. But it's ridiculous that Stipe is yet again an underdog. And I know everyone loves Francis Ngannou's power. They're excited about seeing him come back and potentially shore up the holes in his wrestling that, occurred in the first fight. But Stipe has shown again and again and again, he is more capable of making adjustments in fights. He can adapt to what's going on and figure out a way to win fights. We have not seen that from from Francis as much on the other side. Francis is pretty much, I'm going to come take your head off. And if you can deal with that, that's good for you. But most people haven't been able to deal with that. So it's one of those things for Francis. You got to show me. You can go out there and beat Stipe. So that is my first and probably my favorite pick on the whole card.
Not a bad pick. I feel like no one would disagree that as time goes on in this fight, it favors Stipe. So if he gets out of that first round, second round, so on, just easy money there if you are right, sir. But we all know about Francis too. So interesting call. Drake, what is your best bet?
Yeah, that is definitely a very good one to go with. Of course, Stipe as the underdog can't really go wrong, I don't think. But I'm gonna take, and it's a tough card, I think, to make a best bet here. But I really do like Miranda Maverick here coming up, taking on Gillian Robertson. Not a huge favorite by any means, but a solid favorite. Minus 162, Robertson's plus 140. And just the thing about this matchup is, I think Gillian Robertson is kind of proven to be, for the most part, a one-trick pony in terms of her, BJJ, very good, black belt worthy, but just as an overall complete mixed martial artist, Miranda Maverick is that, and she is improving at a very, very rapid pace. Each fight, she's getting better and better, and starting her career in Invicta, watching her come up, she was really known for that very good, strong smothering grappling that she had and would just ground and pound people into oblivion. But now her striking is coming along beautifully. As we saw in her UFC debut, managed to stop Liana Jojua at the end of the first round and I don't even think she attempted a takedown, just pieced her up really and got the finish, doctor stoppage in between rounds. So Gillian Robertson, I don't know if she will have been able to make enough improvements since that last fight where Tyler Santos really just shut her down and showed that if Gillian can't get on top of you, or if you can defend submissions from on top of her, she's really stuck and really can't do anything to bother you, and she's still young and can continue to grow, but I don't know if she will have improved enough from that fight to this one for a Maverick she's really on the rise and still very young herself and just a sponge right now. So I think if I'm going to talk about locks of the night, I think that she's very, very safe in terms of a bet to make.
Yeah, I like that bet a lot. That is one of my best bets on the card as well. I think that you pretty much summed it up perfectly. I feel like Maverick's just better in too many places here. I think the odds at negative 160, 150 in that range, I think the odds are well worth the money. I'm with you there. So I agree with both of you gentlemen. For my best bet, I am going to have to go with something that maybe disagree with a couple, but based on the film I've watched and what I've seen him do, I'm going the favorite, Khama Worthy. I feel that right now, at a negative 130, people are saying this is close to even money with Mullarkey at -110. If you look at the tape on these two gentlemen, think about Worthy is he lost to Otman Azatar, who, you know, infamous potato in the bag, got cut, got re-signed. But I was very high on Azatar before all of that happened. He has looked very, very good and brave. And then he came over and has just looked phenomenal in the UFC. Very, very high on him. It's no shame at all to get knocked out by that guy. That being said, Worthy, other than that, has been just turning out lights. And when you look at Mullarkey's last couple, you know, wins, they've been decisions. His last couple wins have been knockouts. His losses have actually been decisions. But he has been knocked out before. And I think Worthy definitely has the power to do that. And even in Mullarkey's last couple wins, you know, Edmund Teixeira, who is his last win, is 3-4. Abel Brights is 12-7. These aren't world beaters that he's been knocking out. So I think with the background and the tape that Mullarkey has versus Worthy just looking very, very good and knocking out real dudes, I think it's a lock for me that Worthy's going to get a knockout finish. If you want to go the knockout on the prop, go for it. But I can't imagine Worthy losing this one. So that's my pick. Let us know in the comments what you think of our picks, what your locks of the nights are, what's your best bet on the card. There's a lot to be had. If you can find any room here, some of these odds are very tight. If you think a fighter is going to win, you've got a good shot of making some money and not having to pay too much and risk too much up front. So let us know in the comments how you feel about that. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. Anything to wrap this one up, boys?
Yeah, your pick was actually my second favorite pick. So
there it is.
There you go. There you go. Good pick. But I'll give you guys a couple of flyers, I guess, if you wanted to, you know, take a shot in the dark. You know, at some of these, Thomas Almeida at +260 is a strong bet for me against Sean O'Malley. I like his ability to go out there and finish fights, and he's looked different on this run. All right, so we'll see how Sean O'Malley rebounds from, you know, that loss to Chito. But that's a flyer for me, a strong underdog. You know, if you want to throw a little bit of cash on that, I like that. And of course, holding on to hope. +215, Tyron Woodley. Just sprinkle a little bit on Tyron Woodley as a huge underdog, because if he wins, I mean, it makes sense. So that would be my two, like, I guess, flyer picks if you guys are looking for something extra.
There you go. Drake, any flyers?
Yeah, no, I was thinking Woodley was the number one for that topic as well. You know, it's like, why not in this case? Back against the wall, 3 straight losses, really needs the victory in this one, and it's a much more favorable matchup in comparison to who he has been fighting. So I think that one, yeah, why the hell not throw something down on him if, you know, you're looking for somebody who is a decent underdog with a better chance than maybe most.
There you have it. Couple flyers as well. Remember, we do not give financial advice here at the Body Lock. That's not what we're doing, but it's just a couple opinions. So do as you wish. And if you make money, make sure to let us know that we did a great job and send us a cut. You know, no, we can't actually say that, but think about sending us a cut in your mind by subscribing and liking our videos and watching us. You know, tell your friends. There you go.